Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about YouTube. Kind of silly, we're here, we're on YouTube.
So meta.
We just figured we'd give you a basic rundown on what's worked for us with YouTube and let you run with it if you decide that you would love for this to be one of your platforms where you grow your readership. Before we jump into it, if you're liking our videos, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs up. There's no better way of rewarding us. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a Friday upload.
And stay tuned to the end for the #1 piece of advice. And this is a must if you want a successful booktube or AuthorTube channel.
So you've decided that perhaps you would like to make YouTube one of your social media platforms where you're reaching new readers. Here's the first thing that you need to think about before you ever set up a camera. And that is, are you going to be able to commit to a uploading schedule? YouTube is a lot like Wattpad in the way that you have an audience that is expecting something to be delivered in a timely manner. Nobody wants to just sit around and wait for the next time you upload a video. So you should upload once a week at the bare minimum. So can you do a video once a week? And are you gonna push through? Because I mean, look, we've been doing this for almost 2 years. We're at 400 and something followers at this point. It's a slow process, but we gain followers every single day and we see our videos ticking up every single day and the amount of views we get. It is just a slow process. Plus you're being part of AuthorTube and BookTube, which is really saturated market. So it's gonna take some patience. Can you do this? If you can, then YouTube might be for you.
Second thing, just take it from us. This is just, please. If you don't listen to anything else we say, listen to this. Please make sure you have the needed equipment to begin the channel. We started this during the pandemic when you couldn't really go to the store and get what you needed. So hopefully that doesn't happen again, so you won't really have to deal with that. But these are the things that you absolutely have to have. #1, you need to have a good cell phone. Most of us do. An iPhone is definitely going to be good as long as you have, like, I would say, you know, like a iPhone, 7 Plus and above. You should be fine. We don't know much about Android, but I'm sure you'll be fine if you have a Samsung. Next thing you need is a good internet connection for uploading your videos. You need a really good internet connection if you're going to be like us and film together, because there were tears, many tears, and gnashing of teeth at the beginning of this whole process because my internet was the worst thing in the world. Next, you need to have a ring light. Don't try to like make yourself like a do-it-yourself. We tried that. Don't do it. Please don't.
We were hanging all sorts of lights trying to do it in an economic way.
Turning up my iPad screen all the way. Just ring lights are not that expensive. You can get them at Target. You can get the little ones at Target. You can get the big ones, which are like only $40 or so from Walmart. Walk around in the store, grab one, and leave. The last thing, a non-busy background in a quiet place. You have to have a quiet room. You cannot have a bunch of background noise. And even like something as small as a fan will ruin everything. Trust us. We know.
This summer, some of our videos were some of our worst audio quality because Rachel's AC had gone out. And so trying to edit out the sound of her fan was so hard. We forgot to put it on this list, but it's really important. You need to have editing software. A lot of people use Adobe Premiere. Right now, we're still using DaVinci Resolve, the free version of it. It works for what we need and splicing our videos together so you get this dual, however I set it up this time, the dual screen look.
You want to make sure you have a background that is aesthetically pleasing. If you're doing a BookTube channel, bookshelves are cool if you can make it happen. If you can't, that's cool. Something simple, not too busy, and aesthetically pleasing.
#3. Now that you've decided you got the equipment, you can keep up with the uploading schedule, it's time to think about your content. And your content should be consistent. You basically want to be known for something. So Crystal and Felicity are known for giving writing advice that really is geared towards Wattpad users that are wanting to move into becoming professional writers. So what is going to be your niche? You can have more than one niche, but really in the beginning, we recommend that you kind of play around with that one thing and really stick to it for a minute. And you want to become an expert on how to give that advice in a way that's really drawing in an audience. There are plenty of subjects that Rachel and I are not completely up to par with, but when we're not and we want to teach about that, we research it. So don't just wing things. Make sure that whatever information you're going to share with your viewers is something that has truth behind it. There's evidence behind it. You don't want to kind of just throw weird things out there. Now, you can speak from personal experience. We do it all the time. And we know that our experience isn't going to be everybody's experience. But to talk about that is great. And it's a good way for your viewers to personally get to know you, which is really what YouTube is all about, is getting into the lives of whoever's channel you're watching. The last part of all of this content stuff is planning. No, Pantsers.
Oh, no.
I know you're gonna love it, Pantsers. I know you're gonna love it, but you gotta plan your videos. We sit down, and when we have ideas, we have a document that we shoot ideas in. So when we say, well, what would we like to film this week? We can go through a list of ideas that we have kind of backlogged and then work on them. We also sit down, and everything we do is bullet pointed. Mm-hmm. We know what points we're going to talk about. Does that mean that our videos never take like a weird left turn and we're off in another place? No. It happens all the time. But to make sure you're getting all your points across and that it's coming across clearly to your viewers, you do want to script what you're going to be talking about.
We went through this little phase where I was like, let's wing them. Let's give that like natural flow. They were terrible. And there have been videos too that we've planned that have gone off on a weird whatever, and you've looked at them to edit them and you've been like, we're not using this. We need to redo this. So sometimes even when you plan them, best laid plans, gotta redo.
Yeah.
So it happens.
I would also say on the content end to also be very aware of what you're talking about. I have a tendency, which we have to take out of many videos, of stopping in the middle of a sentence, because whatever idea I'm trying to put forth, I have discovered in my head a better way how to do that. And now I have like half a sentence over here and then I jumped over into a whole nother topic and it's awkward. We love the words and like. We try to cut those all out of our videos. They sometimes just have to make it through. We sometimes really love the word like lately. So there's certain words that make it through, but you want to make sure that you're very aware of the words coming out of your mouth.
Next, promotions. There's two different types of promotional things you have to have in the back of your mind. One, you have to promote your channel on your social media. We talked about that on like probably every video. We try to like slide social media in because it's really important. So stop making excuses as to why you shouldn't use it or shouldn't have to use it. You do have to use it, and you should promote your YouTube channel on it. We see a difference in the videos that we promote on our Instagram and the videos that we don't, because I will admit sometimes I forget. A lot of times I forget to promote the YouTube video on Instagram. And when I do remember to do it, those videos do better. The other thing is you have to promote your books on your YouTube videos. That's why at the end of every video we say, if you want to read such and such about such and such, go to Crystal and Felicity on Wattpad. Why have a YouTube channel about writing if you're not going to promote your writing?
We also make sure to always tell our viewers to subscribe, and we've recently moved that to the beginning of the video. We used to be part of the end of the video, but we're kind of playing around with things all the time, and I'm working on different ways of editing to see what really keeps people engaged. So make sure that you're using your analytics on your videos, especially when you have a video that does really well, and you kind of go back and you recreate. Once you find that good groove with your viewers, you're recreating that style of video because clearly it really like resonated with the people watching. Number 5 is all about making your video visible to the YouTube community. YouTube is not only about videos, it is also a search engine. You will notice that when you Google something, What usually comes up with a question you're asking? YouTube videos. You want to make sure that you have a high definition thumbnail picture. We take our pictures. I have a template that I use that has the same background. I change up the words, but we each do our own little picture and I smush them together and it looks amazing, and they're bright and they're colorful and hopefully they're eye-catching. And if you're here because you saw a thumbnail, hello. The next thing is the description. I believe you have 2,000 words to use in your description. Really utilize this and make sure that you give as much information as you can. I would not go overboard with this. It is good for the searching part of it, but if somebody's really reading your descriptions and it's too long, they're probably going to back out. But it's also another great place to promote your other social medias, to promote where to buy your books, leave things down in the description. We do that all the time. So really utilize your description box and make sure that, just like you would on a book, that you're giving a good summary of the video. You know, I love that they're part of this is tags. Tags are so important, but tags are a little bit different when you're dealing with YouTube. It's not like Wattpad, Instagram, or TikTok where you are hitting a tag that is getting a lot of views on it. When it comes to YouTube, you really kind of want to have a tag that has a lot of people searching for it, but not a lot of content in it. And the best way to know if you have a great tag is to use TubeBuddy. There is a free version. We use the premium version of it. It'll tell you that there's a high search volume on YouTube, how your video will do in that, and then if the content of your video is matching that. So it gives you like a ranking. So I'm always trying to look for tags that are going to be 100%. Other than actually editing the video, I probably spend most of my time looking at tags for each video and trying to find that great like tag that's hitting 100. So I want as many tags as I can to hit 100% on TubeBuddy. So those tags are making us relevant not only on YouTube when people are searching for a certain thing, but they're making us relevant on Google. So awesome. So our videos are connecting with other people.
And last but not least, as we promised, the number one piece of advice that we have for you is you need to decide how your channel is going to be different from the hundreds of other channels on AuthorTube and BookTube. So what are you going to offer the people who are searching for a new channel that they can't get from us or the millions of other channels that are out there? All right, well, here you go, following our own advice, promoting our stories at the end of the video. If you want to read our stuff, go to our Wattpad at Crystal and Felicity.
And as always, write what you love.